please. Hello! Let's talk makeup. I thought it would be interesting to show you guys how I do just a general, easy day-to-day makeup look on days where I might either be flaring up and have to go out and do things, or on days that I am recovering from flare-up, on days like today, really. I've specifically done it on a day where the day before I was pretty much bedbound. Be prepared to see my even paler face than this. This, believe it or not, is warmer. Enjoy. Yep, this is the look we're going for. Yay. Quick disclaimer. I'm not a professional makeup artist. I am not doing this as a way to say, oh, what's your skin? I'm not doing this to tell you how to do makeup or what the right way is. It's more just to let you know what I do on days where I'm not feeling so great. It's also tailored to my skin type. If you don't know what skin type is, it's quite simple, really. Dry skin, feels itchy, scratchy, dry. Lots of spots, never dry. Oily. Spots in some places, dry and scratchy in the other. Combination. Goes crazy the minute you put anything near it. Sensitive. I am category 3, combination / sensitive, because MCAS. Okay, so the first thing I always start with is a primer. So again, we're not doing this brand stuff. We're not doing the tippy tappy ASMR like... Okay, so usually I have a couple of different primers because combination, and it can vary of what my skin is doing on the day. I'm recovering from a flare-up. So I'm still kind of feeling the after effects, but it's not as bad, so I'm actually like able to film and not some big sleepy zombie. Sleepy zombie. Sleepy zombie. I start off with a hydrating one because I know in general my skin is on the drier side. It does get kind of itchy and super sensitive, especially during flare-ups, and that does lead to kind of marks and scarring and whatnot, as you can see. Also major eye bags. This is actually a relatively good eye bag day. If I'm starting to feel unwell and the fibro kicks in, then it's like poof. So we go for a bit of an eye priming cream as well, just to try and maybe not scare people. If I do become unwell when I'm outside and they go, ooh, there's a Victorian child ghost following me around. Oh no, wait, that's Cat. Pale complexion, another EDS trait I did not know until recently, being, and I quote, pale, almost translucent in skin colour. The fibro then kicks it back into hyper gear when I'm feeling tired, because then I get full Tim Burton mode. I do not do this to my brows on purpose. This is the result of Hashimoto's, which is the autoimmune disorder that causes hypothyroidism, and that a very, very common sign is losing the outer third of your eyebrows. You know, I learnt to draw on my eyebrows as basically they're never there anyway. I tend to do a little powder first. Oh, it's something that is very well known in like the chronic illness community, for want of a better phrase, is something called spoon theory. Now, weirdly enough, spoon theory was not initially a scientific term. It was actually a woman who had lupus, I believe, was sat in a cafe with her friend, and her friend asked her what it was like to have lupus. It's really difficult when you have these sort of health issues because it's really hard to talk about tiredness, and people think, oh, you mean I want to go to sleep, I should get an early night, and you're like, no. I will sleep more because that's how the body resets things, but not like, it doesn't mean, oh, I'm sleepy tired, it means I'm body tired. But personally, even so much as standing up can be a lot of energy for me. Sometimes, for me, the way I describe it is like, almost like gravity becomes too strong. It's like, if you don't sit down soon, then your legs are just gonna give way from under you. After that wild tangent, let's go back to the entire point of this whole ramble. So, woman and her friend. Friend says, what's it like having lupus? Woman then says, you know, it's hard to describe. Let me explain it to you the best I can. And so she looked around the cafe, and all she could really see were the big trays of cutlery. So she went and grabbed, I think it was like 14 spoons or something like that. Yeah, she used the spoons to then kind of represent a unit of energy. If you're a regular healthy person, you have unlimited spoons to use for your day. Now, a person with a chronic illness or disability, invisible illness, whatever you'd want to call it, they have, let's say, 12 spoons in a day. She went, I'm going to give you 12 spoons. That's how many spoons I get in a day. And I want you to run through your daily routine. With everything that she did, she took a certain amount of spoons away. And she sat there after however many spoons and went, oh, well, I've only got halfway through my day. I still need to go home. I still need to cook dinner. I still wanted to relax and watch TV, and, you know, get ready for bed and go to sleep. She was like, well, I've only got like a couple of spoons left. I don't have enough spoons to do that. And she was like, exactly. And you can borrow spoons from the next day, but the next day you start with even less. It's a very good analogy that's actually now recognized. So people that have chronic illnesses, you might often hear the phrase spoonie. We call ourselves spoonies. And that's kind of what this makeup thing is about. It's about saving spoons. So, anyway, back to the face because it needs sorting out. I then go on to do just like a basic eyeshadow. Ooh, these are my brushes. Fluff around with it until it's in a position that I can cope with. To warm up the deathly paleness of my skin. And as much as I love Tim Burton's work, he's one of my favourite directors, which want to avoid looking like an extra in one of his films. Another disclaimer, you do not have to wear makeup to be beautiful. I love wearing makeup, and that's why I wear it. It's because I enjoy putting it on, I enjoy makeup. I like the creativity. So, onto the face. Well, so I did my foundation because my camera ran out of charge. Then I forgot to set up my microphone again. Then I had forgotten to turn on everything properly. Ever the professional. Back to the makeup. So yes, we have a very simple light coverage. After this, I would normally go in with concealer just to brighten up and ever so slightly contour. Not a lot of people know this, and it kind of links into the whole spoon theory thing, but these flare-ups can come out of nowhere. Something I've really struggled with actually is how the rules change day to day. Your safe food one day can become the thing that tips you over the edge because you decided to do something slightly different the day before. Like it changes, and sometimes your body just goes, no, I'm not going to do any of the things today. I'm going to give you no spoons, even though you followed the rules. From having 12 spoons to 0, when you're at 0, it is exhausting. It's not like, right, I've done everything I need to do, now I can relax. You don't have the spoons to relax. It's a very strange feeling, and it's really hard to verbalize. Sometimes you'd be absolutely fine and go, oh, I need to nap now. And so there you are in the middle of town, like falling asleep on a bus bench, hoping that you don't get murdered. And then 10 minutes later, you're fine and you're all good to go again. You're like, right, okay, I just needed a nap. For me, I've got cool undertones in my skin as well as being deathly pale. I really won the lottery when it came to skin. Ew, skin lottery, that's disgusting. So I tend to add a teeny tiny bit of like a darker foundation or a contour stick, which is what kind of that is, just to make it look like I have some structure. And it has to be minuscule, otherwise it just looks like I've got big orange patches, and we are not going back to that early noughties weird orange pancake batter face look. It is not happening. Anyway, now that we are zen again and we've done the main base, pretty much all this is what you're gonna go for. I do tend to put a little bit of cream blush on. That's more because I really like the smell of this. It smells like lemongrass and it's wonderful. Just about making it look like if I do suddenly go ultra pale, even more so, at least I have some artificial colour in my cheeks so people aren't scared of me. I then go in with an eyeliner because, you know, goth life. Extra fun fact for me, I can only see out of one eye, so doing eyeliner is always very fun, and it needs to be concentrated on. Nobody should be copying the way I do eyeliner, because if you have two eyes, you will not do it this way. If you have one eye, you will know the struggle. Okay, eyeliner done, moving swiftly on. I, in terms of mascara, use a volumizing one. I like a volume look, but I still want them to look kind of natural. And as you can see, I have already messed it up. Just blend it in, pretend it wasn't there, dab away the mistakes, and if anybody tries to berate you, you stab them with the wonderfully sharp tip of your eyeliner wing. The next thing I tend to do is add a little bit of a liquid highlighter. Not much, again, this is super light. I just do it because I like the way it looks. A little bit of lip liner. I do overline my lips a little bit, and then I go over with just a nice little matte lip. Personally, I despise lipstick that transfers. I hate it when you're like drinking out of a glass and you leave like a lipstick stain. Just all of that. It just annoys me because then you're constantly worrying about whether your lipstick is like got a weird smudge on it or something like that. I only ever use lipstick liquids. Liquid lipstick I only ever use liquid lipsticks because they dry matte, they transfer less, and I also usually put on a lipstick topper, but I cannot find it. and it usually keeps my lipstick on all day without having to reapply, which is wunderbar. Then the final steps come in the form of some powders. So I start off by just kind of patting it into those eyes that I have made sure are a bit brighter, because we all know Tim Burton is waiting for me to appear. Maybe I should do that. I would love to be in a Tim Burton film. And then again, we're adding a little teeny tiny bit of bronzer for the slightest bit of warmth and to just highlight more the little bit of blush that we put on earlier. If I were to be like going out all day, for example, with this, I would then put some setting spray on as well, just to, again, minimize the chance of me having to reapply anything. So that's pretty much what we're working with. I feel a lot more human. I'm just trying to come up with ways that makes it easier on Future Cat, because Future Cat is sleepy. Future Cat is always tired. Present Cat's pretty tired too, but Future Cat even more so. So we try and adapt with Future Cat's needs in mind. I guess let's freshen up a little bit and go for a final look. Okay, so there we are. A lot more human, a lot more me, I guess. I will be posting more about health conditions that I have, my experiences, stories, symptoms, and things like that, so you can check that out. Hope y'all enjoy. Bye!